Now, before we talk about Star Wars The Force Awakens, just want to let you all guys know, we're going to be talking in depth about this movie. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this movie, go watch it, or if you don't care, just listen to it. Okay. How's it going, guys? I'm Zach.
I'm Steven.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Ellie.
And I'm Pollen.
And we are movies and stuff. Now,
Are we?
pretty exciting, because Star Wars The Force Awakens came out. It's been like 10 years since we got the last one.
That's actually not true.
Yeah, it is.
Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, 2005.
He has a shirt.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I have this hoodie.
I have a shirt and hoodie.
I keep on thinking 10 years ago was 2000. Why? But we're already halfway
Everyone
through
thinks that. I think that too.
Yeah, I'm
I
the same
relate
way.
everything 2010.
I don't. I hate you all.
Oh, sorry. I feel
Alright,
old.
well, now that we
So-
set the tone,
So, this is pretty exciting because, the first ever Star Wars movie was, a classic. It's revolutionary of everybody, how they made sci-fi movies in general. Empire was an amazing movie. I think everybody's seen it here, right? Obviously. We watched
which one?
We
7?
marathoned it.
Yeah.
Marathon, though,
Well,
the original 3,
yeah.
as in 4, 5,
So,
and 6.
I think everybody here loved the first one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I loved it. Everybody loved
I don't like
Second-
when they make it again though, and try to. Oh, I'm sorry. Is
Oh,
it a review?
No, okay.
Or is it
What-
an
what-
advertisement?
What were you going to say?
No, I'm saying give the background. I'm just.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hi,
then-
hi,
so
I'm
then-
Ali. I work with NPR. I'm disappointed.
So they came out in 77, then Empire came out in 80, and that was just, everybody was like so excited. It was a great movie, left off in a cliffhanger, and everybody had to wait 3 years for the next one. Return of the Jedi wasn't as classic as the other ones, but still a great movie in general. And then we got the prequels in 90, which started
My
in
favorite.
99, Phantom Menace,
Favorites.
and then Attack of the Clones, which was garbage. I hate that one.
Well, do you want to discuss that at all?
Actually, let's discuss the prequels
Do you wanna discuss
for
the
a
prequels?
quick bit, because I think you two, Ellie and Kevin, actually like the prequels.
Here's the thing. I
have no
haven't
issue with them.
rewatched them in a long time, but they came out around when I was like a kid. But here's the thing I think about them. I think complaining that they were like bad movies. I mean, I'm not sure how valid that is. I haven't watched them in a while. I think they did more than the original trilogy to add to like the Star Wars universe, is what I'm saying. Because the original trilogy, you had like these isolated like scenes, but you didn't really see like the planets, the cities, what's going on in the universe. And I think prequels did a good job of kind of expanding on that, and that's how you have all like those good video games, or not so good at video games, but all that side spin-off stuff.
Well, I thought the story in general and the prequels was cool. Just see Anakin go through the journey, but like the thing was so bad because for me it didn't feel like Star Wars when I watched the originals as a kid. Because when I watched the prequels as a kid, I didn't know what was going on because you had these I don't know, but Attack of the Clones I just fucking hated. I'm sorry, because that movie just depended on romance. There was no like anything important in that movie that you had to do. And then Revenge of the Sith was decent, in my opinion. Because, it was the best one and kind of improved on it.
I mean, I've never seen any, or besides 4, 5, 6,
Then you shouldn't be talking.
No, I've seen 4, 5, 6, but I want to say for the sake of the prequels, they had such a high standard to live up to. So, I mean, they did have a lot of pressure going into it, and then, I guess all the fans.
I watched the
Well, it is
first
George
three.
Lucas.
I
Yeah,
watched,
George Lucas wrote and directed all of those three.
Later George Lucas.
Yeah, and
especially.
I don't know, the writing for me is just so bad.
no. I watched the first, like the prequels, before I watched the original.
Me too.
Because that's how
Can I
it
say
makes
something?
sense. 1, 2, 3. So I had no issue with them. I think they're definitely not as good.
I
as
think
the-
episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, is like the one that's like, watchable, in my opinion. Like the first one is just like, it's like not even, it's not
It's
good.
a little Anakin.
But for me, Attack of the Clones is just like,
the pod racing.
Can I say something like blasphemous?
yeah, what?
Like incredibly controversial? I think calling out the prequels for being kind of cheesy is a little hypocritical.
Like why?
The original trilogy was not... How should I say it? If you're like a purely film critic person, it's not a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination, and it has a lot to be desired. But the reason you like Star Wars is not because the acting or the dialogue, but because it's fucking Star Wars. The universe,
That's not
the characters.
100% true.
I
mean,
Alright.
you're right.
put it up to like. Do you think it could win an Oscar in any given year?
Yeah, it got
Star
nominated
Wars?
for a lot, actually.
It did,
Yeah.
but like as Best Picture.
Yeah.
But do you think it holds up, like
I think it
compared to
holds up
more
today.
serious movies?
Obviously not.
That's
Like
what I'm
you
saying.
can't compare Star Wars to The Godfather. I mean, that's just.
I
Like,
mean, I haven't even seen that one, but like compare it to like I don't know. What was a good movie in the past?
like recently or just like old.
Just any movie. Like it's a very
Interstellar.
well-respected movie.
Interstellar.
No, that's
no,
not.
that
That's
was
not.
so.
That's another review. Actually, I think we're mixed on that movie. But speaking of Star Wars, like what do you like? Like what do you mean? Like
Okay. All right. Let me explain.
by the way, this is more of like a Star Wars themed podcast.
But we're gonna talk about this.
But, like, most of
spoilers.
the-
No,
review.
not even
So-
that. We just need background and
Yeah,
where we all
look,
stand.
Yeah. Okay, go. 'Cause I
I like
like
Jar Jar
talking
Binks.
about. I like
All
talking
right.
about this.
Here's the thing about Star Wars for me.
Yeah.
Star Wars is the movies, but it's also Battlefront. It's all the Knights of the Old Republic. It's also all the good TV shows and that makes up your childhood. It's a.
Lego Star Wars.
I
That
actually
was a
love
great
that.
game.
I
It was
grew
a
up
great
with-
Great game.
I want that.
And it's a universe that builds off of itself, and you just like the content in it. But that doesn't mean that the movies are perfect. The universe is amazing. It's really captivating. But I don't think you can compare A New Hope in terms of just like a film to something like, I don't know, I'm trying to throw something out there. Having trouble, but you can help me, guys.
Well, I'm not helping you because I kind of disagree with you.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Batman was like revolutionary in the genre. I'm just kidding. If you guys thought that was serious, you need some help. But like, but Empire, I think is like literally like not even.
All right,
being
compare it
biased,
to
like,
a Tarantino movie. They're
Pulp
different.
Fiction.
They're different. They're different.
Every movie's different.
But I'm
That's the
saying
deepest
it
Like
falls
a,
in-
like a great
in my life.
comedy like Airplane. You can't compare that to like what we just said, like Pulp Fiction. Because obviously, they're
Okay, but
different
Star Wars
genres.
falls more in line with like superhero movies or other like more
Whoa.
What do you mean?
Whoa.
What's the issue?
No, but like Star Wars, the original A New Hope is like one of the best sci-fi movies. But now, like if you're talking
But like entertainment value. But Mark Hamill is not the best actor of all time.
well,
Some of his lines are kind of ass.
well, it's kind of like
I'll
the
be
journey.
honest.
It's kind of like it's kind of like the journey. You know, he gets better. Like in New Hope, he was kind of like, he was like premature, and then when he became a Jedi, he was kind of more mature, like an Empire, where his performance gets increasingly better throughout the movies. And New Hope is like because everybody was a no name. Harrison Ford was in like one movie, so the studio didn't even have help in the movie. Get it, A New Hope, but like, I'm sorry. But the studio didn't have any faith in it, and then they were just like, okay, we'll just release this movie. It was a worldwide phenomenon, so it was just
all right.
so new at its
So
time.
we disagree on that. Disclaimer: I love Star Wars, but that was my point.
Okay.
I'm just saying the prequels had bad acting or they're kind
It
of
did,
cheesy. They did, but it's not necessarily the original trilogy isn't devoid of it either.
What do you mean?
Do we want to rewatch it sometime?
I
Or
did.
maybe
I
go-
rewatched every one of them.
When?
I watched the prequels like 2 months before I watched the
Okay,
original ones.
whatever.
Yes.
When he says something like,
Because when you watch like the acting in A New Hope, it's not like best actor level good. It's like decent compared to like the prequels where like Hayden Christensen as Anakin was like so whiny and like so like
that's what
annoying.
that's what I'm saying though.
you know.
I think you're blowing it out of proportion. I think it's not that bad.
Welcome to the
Dude,
Ellie Zach
think it was.
podcast.
Ewan McGregor, he's a good actor. I like him
No,
as
like,
Obi-Wan.
but like, he's a very good actor. He's been in like a lot of great movies. But like the script that they gave to him, it was just like unbearable.
Okay, I guess we're gonna have to rewatch it
'Cause
because
George-
we're not gonna settle on
because
anything.
George Lucas, like later,
he shouldn't be in charge of Star Wars.
like he's a genius because he created all this universe.
Yeah, but
like,
he didn't
later-
write the best movies.
Yeah, obviously not. I mean, he
All right.
directed this movie called
Now that we got this
American
background on our views on Star
Revolution.
Wars,
Okay, by the way, Kevin,
Only one view.
Kevin, you like the prequels.
Yeah,
You like the prequels.
I think they hold up.
Oh well,
They're not as good, but you know they're good. Like I'll watch
I think
them.
they expand on the universe. That's why I like them.
yeah, me too.
And I know everyone
you
hates
know,
Jar Jar Binks. I know he's a horrible character.
That's another reason why. Like, I know everybody says like, "Oh, Jar Jar Binks." Like, literally, Jar Jar Binks and the Phantom Menace. Like, I think George Lucas like thought of it like kind of learned from his mistakes. That in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, I'm just not gonna put Jar Jar in it that much. That's why he was in it for like a small portion, but like in Phantom Menace, like that was one of the reasons why I just like despise that movie, because Jar Jar is like so unbearable to watch, and,
How do you hate him?
even the special effects like CGI,
Jar Jar.
it just doesn't hold up. Like that's why it's so weird how the original Star Wars movies hold up more than the prequels, in my opinion, because like it uses kind of practical effects, which looks more real than CGI. And we'll talk about the actually. Okay, what were you gonna say about it?
All right, let's move on to.
I
main
like the
reason of
games better.
this. Okay, the games were nostalgic.
By the way, I started playing Knights of the Old Republic. Very good.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I love.
Okay,
What?
let's move on to the main
All right,
reason of
sure.
this.
Okay,
podcast.
I just want to ask one more thing before we get into it. Favorite Star Wars movie and least Star Wars. But I think you guys can't do least.
I can't.
Actually, you guys can do least because you've seen the original trilogy. Because
Oh,
like
this is unpopular
for me,
decision.
for me, its favorite is Empire, and then least favorite is Attack of the Clones.
Second one, Attack of the Clones.
I hate that one.
Is that the second one?
That's
I
episode.
thought it
7.
was bearable. I thought it was.
That's
kinda
my-
cool.
that was my
Actually, I
least
thought it was
favorite
kind of
one.
cool.
Wait,
I
are,
really don't like that.
are we doing including 7 or no?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
It's kind of like teasing of how you liked it, I guess. So you could do it.
Yeah, you guys. It's really unpopular then. Favorite 7. I don't get me wrong. I'm not a big Star Wars fan and everything. I'll watch them and everything, but not my favorite thing to do.
Okay. And
then-
least favorite?
5. That's gonna kill.
Empire, really?
I fell asleep watching it. Remember?
Because you're lazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but I personally like.
Well, you kind of didn't fall asleep because
I've seen it beforehand.
We were like,
I did see it beforehand, like
Oh.
without you guys.
Oh.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay,
It's not.
My favorite one was
Sure.
5. My least favorite was 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about you, Ellie?
5 and 1.
5 and 1.
The Phantom Menace just feels like it's like Tommy Wiseau directed it. I'll agree with you on Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is kind of cringy.
But the
I
got
remember,
rid of
like my
Dumbledore.
dad when he saw Phantom Menace, he thought it was like bad, but then he gave it another chance because there's like 2 more movies after this, and obviously we saw what happened with that.
When was
But,
Phantom Menace made?
Phantom Menace was made in '99.
I felt like it was made in the 80s, honestly.
So you guys have- okay,
Steven, do you have any?
yeah. What's
That's
your
why I say
favorite?
Favorite? Wait, what were you gonna say? Something?
I feel like Attack of the Clones was a huge step up, just because Phantom Menace is really, low quality.
But it's like, for Phantom Menace, it's like the main thing that was like bad with it, like it had some really wooden dialogue and wooden acting. It's like, okay, so let's see what the next one could do. It just had shittier acting, and like it even like focused, it even focused on Star Wars. It focused like on the romance between Padme and Anakin, and it was like, why are you doing that? This is Star Wars, like
Because you need to set up an arc for why he's upset or why he emotionally like transgresses and goes to the dark side.
I'm sorry, but also too like the main reason for the prequels is literally in the crawl for the Phantom Menace. It's like it deals with trade.
So
That's like that already sucks me out of the movie.
here's one of the arguments. I'm like a huge nerd, and it sounds
Me
boring.
too.
But when everyone's like, okay, but here's the difference. When everyone's like, it's too much about politics and trade, I love that shit.
Yeah, me too.
If you create a universe and you're like, dude, what's the economy like? Why are people upset? What's the conflict? You can have lightsaber battles intertwined too, but like,
They'll
if
make
you want,
it
if you want,
interesting. They'll make it like boring. Like they're like, oh my god, like that's why
I didn't find it boring. That's the thing.
This
That's
is a completely different movie. But Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1. The reason why I love that movie because it's like this political war thrill between Katniss and Snow. I thought that movie worked great. That's another one, Jed. I just want to say about.
All right,
that,
let's get
but-
to episode.
Okay, so Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens, directed by J.J. Abrams, starting
wait.
the newcomers. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
I
Steven,
thought you said right.
Steven, no.
I told him to
Yeah,
finish when
okay,
he
I'm
said
sorry. Best.
My favorite was 5. My least favorite are the ones that I watched.
Because I know you love
I
the
wanna-
Ewoks.
6.
Okay.
Ewoks
too.
kill me.
I don't hate 6. I think 6 is actually really good, but it's like the Ewoks.
It is, but I just
The
hate-
Ewoks, like, why'd you?
I
They
hate
didn't need to be in
Ewoks.
the movie.
You know what?
Like,
I mean, if I had to order it though,
yeah,
I think I prefer 6 over 5. I mean 4.
6 over 4.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know why, but I think that's just because when I watched it the first time, like I was like, am I gonna be interested in this? Like I'm just like I wasn't really enthusiastic about it, but by the time we got to 5, I'm like, I'm enjoying this now. And then when we got to 6, I'm like, I'm enjoying this. I want to kill the Ewoks, but I'm enjoying this. So I think that's why it's kind of ordered a little bit differently. But we'll get into 7 later. So
Okay. Okay, so Star Wars Episode 7. Directed
saw
by
it.
J.J. Abrams.
Zach, you saw it 2 times or 3?
I saw it twice. I'm gonna see it again, maybe this week.
I'm watching it this weekend again.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely watching it again. It was okay. So it's starring newcomers John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, and it brings back Harrison Ford.
Who's that?
Harrison
The guy
Ford.
from
Is that a new
Indiana Jones,
unknown
right?
guy?
The guy from Indiana Jones.
What's Indiana
I loved
Jones?
him in Taken. Oh my god.
Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and since it's a spoiler review, like we said in the beginning, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker's in it, and Peter Mayhew, Anthony Dillard.
How much do you think he got paid for those 2 minutes?
well,
A lot.
I'll check it out.
I definitely think a lot.
Do you really have to pay Mark Hamill that much?
He's a cool guy. I love him.
I know, but
Zach,
he's
he was in
Luke.
Rhapsody,
He probably
Believe
signed for
in
the
Santa.
trilogy, though.
Do you
I
think
know,
they
but-
needed to pay
Oh,
him
yeah, but yeah,
that
he
much
was
if
in
he was
it.
in Rhapsody? I'll have to show you that later, Ellie. You'll
Yeah.
see. You'll see what I'm talking.
But do you know what he did do? You know he voices the Joker in the Arkham games?
Yeah, that's why I love him. Like, and the Batman the Animated Series. You didn't
Flash.
know that? And he's a trickster in the Flash.
Yeah, in both.
And both the original
Series.
from the 90s and the one now.
He's a cool guy. I'm just saying.
I love Mark
I'm just saying the only one who's like really incredibly relevant from the original trilogy is Harrison Ford.
And we'll see why. And we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, I think, do you want to do like the positives first and then the negatives first? Like what we thought about the movie?
Do you think I gave a shit, Zach? Why don't you come over here? Fucking say it to my face.
Apparently not Harrison. Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill made like a low 7-figure range around
Okay.
there for their movie, while Harrison Ford made like 10 to 20 million.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah, and the
He was
reason
in it
why
for 2 minutes. That's like the
So-
easiest.
I thought the first literally 3 minutes of the movie, it felt like Star Wars. And I'm sorry to bring back the prequels, but like none of the prequels felt like Star Wars to me. When this movie started, it felt like Star Wars, and with this guy, I don't know the guy's name even because they never revealed it, but an ally gave the secret map to Luke Skywalker to Poe Dameron, who's played by Oscar Isaac.
I don't think I was ever.
Oh, who was that guy at the beginning? The old guy in the...
That's the thing. Like, do you know who he is though?
They
The
never
actor.
explained
Oh no!
The actor
Yeah,
was
they
in
never explained
Flash
that.
Gordon. His name is Max von Sydow. He's a pretty good actor, and he's literally in there for like 2 minutes, and they just kill him off.
Yeah. What was that?
I really hope they explain that because now I'm going to look
Yeah.
for it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's a Jedi because I don't think he's a Jedi.
I don't
'Cause
think
in
he
the
was.
crawl, they said like Luke Skywalker's like the last Jedi.
Exactly.
So,
But the thing about the Jedi in Star Wars is that they're always like, yeah, there's like 5 of them. But then
especially because
you can just pick up anyone who knows the Force and...
Yeah.
yeah, because like in Attack of the Clones, the prequels, I forgot. Was there like a scene where like the Emperor, when he turned bad, they like set up this thing where like they killed every Jedi? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith.
Order 66.
Was it Revenge of the Sith or was it Attack of the Clones?
Order
Okay.
66.
Yeah, that's what it was. Order 66. So
Amazing, I remember
yeah,
that.
so basically in the original trilogy, it was only like Obi-Wan, Yoda, Luke, and that was
Well, if you want to count
66.
Vader, really.
Vader, but he was part of the Sith. But yeah, this movie starts off great, and I don't know. It's like this movie is like so like J.J. Abrams put his spin on it, and it looks amazing. By the way, obviously, and then we get introduced to Rey and Finn. Because Finn is like a stormtrooper. FN 2187.
Can we... Alright,
What are you gonna say?
just to start off, I like the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be super negative about it because I hate that J.J. Abrams put his own spin on it. Here's why. You know what pulled me out of it?
It was
And Star
so
Wars-
much like the first one.
It felt like a Star Trek movie, like the ones he's directed. Because when
Kylo
I
Ren.
just call him Darth Raven. Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Okay.
When Kylo Ren comes out and Poe, his name's Poe, right?
Poe
Yeah,
Dameron.
Poe Dameron.
It's like it's hard to understand you with your mask on. Like, ha ha ha. You just introduced. You have to set up a tone for the villain. Then there's no, tension at all in his presence. He doesn't. And when you just start making fun of him at the beginning, there's no precedent for that in Star Wars. You just have to fear the villain. You have to make sure the villain's like.
I hate Kylo Ren's like little
Tantrums.
Yeah, that's
I
not
hate
funny.
them.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Yeah,
that
that
was
pissed me off.
horrible.
Yeah,
That shouldn't have been part of it. He should have been a lot more calm and collected.
that's not a Star Wars villain material.
Yeah, he should have.
And then but not even that. The quips when he finishes doing that, he's like, any other news? He's like, no.
Oh yeah. When he's like he destroys
You
the
know-
thing, and he's
you
like,
know-
is there anything else?
You know, J.J. Abrams was in charge of that, and that might have been fine for Star Trek, but don't. It's not for the
I
Star
actually
Wars.
thought like the thing why I like these like little jokes from these people Because Darth Vader, when we watched the original, Darth Vader made some jokes too like that.
But it was dry. It was done
It
subtly.
was dry, but it's like...
And it's James Earl Jones.
Yeah. At least Kylo Ren, at least Darth Vader wasn't as whiny and as bitchy as Kylo Ren was. But I did think that Kylo Ren was actually a really awesome villain. I mean, I had the fucking action figure. So, because he looks cool, and he's not, if you guys didn't know, he's not a Sith. He's part of the Knights of Ren. Yeah. So,
well, Kylo Ren is kind of young compared to Darth Vader, who is a lot more mature.
Why did they remove his mask right away? That's like so.
Why did they?
What do you mean?
Why would they ruin that? Like I think I'd rather him.
Oh, it's why they took it off so early in the movie.
It's like, oh,
I don't know.
now I know his
It
face.
wasn't early in the movie. That's like in the middle.
Yeah, but I'd rather them not be like at the end.
I'm glad that they took it off. To be honest.
Yeah, that was really weird. Like,
because I would understand if like.
Oh my god!
Special guest
Lizard.
Diane Rehm.
Oh crap!
yeah, okay, that's weird. Okay, but we have this.
No, don't touch it. Just leave it.
But Kylo Ren,
So
he acted so immature. If I don't like the tantrums. If he were to like have killed someone, that would have been more.
Well, I can see why he had the
Scary.
tantrums though, because his obviously, as you could see later in the movie, that his life was like.
That's the thing.
Because like
there's nothing convincing about his character. I don't get.
No, there really isn't.
I don't.
I feel like they
unless they
chose the
expand
wrong
upon it in the
guy.
other two movies, but you should still give a sense of why this guy is upset about everything. Because there's none. No justification given.
we're having a little technical difficulties here. Did he?
Did he just get upset because his parents didn't send him away?
Can I also say something? He doesn't look like when he took off his mask.
He doesn't look like
He doesn't look like that badly.
he doesn't look. Yeah, he doesn't look that
just-
bad of a guy. He doesn't look scary or anything. If he were to have like a scar or something, that would have added more to the
that's
character.
cliche.
Oh
No,
my
no, no,
god! If he
Okay.
had a scar,
No,
I
but
would be pretty frightened.
no, but if that
Come on,
they
no.
need to add something more
He
to
was
the
like,
character.
my dad didn't like me. Like I don't care about your problems. I'd rather him be like,
Do me a favor, Dad.
I am so sad.
Like, what would you rather? What would you rather him be then?
I'd rather him be a different.
I'd rather
actor.
him not be in the movie. I'd rather.
You mean different actor?
Yes, he's.
That's not the actor's fault. It's the script's fault that they made
Yeah.
him like that.
And also,
Not the
and
actor.
also the
Here's
actor.
what-
Yeah,
wasn't
the actor's
great.
really good. If you
All
don't
right.
know
I
who he
don't
is.
think
His
we're gonna
Adam Driver.
we're not gonna get anywhere with this review. I just want to like put up my fundamental, thoughts on the movie. Just as a
Okay,
whole.
you guys think that
It's
was
a
bad.
New Hope. Why is it a New Hope?
that's one of my problems.
Wait, I can answer that question because you need to reintroduce the movie. You need to get everyone on the same page. I get it. I just wish they didn't have to do that because they invested like billions of dollars into this,
What?
and they have to turn a profit. So
They made profit.
I mean, sure, but that means it's going to be a worse movie because of it.
Like
They just remade the death. They just remade
That's
the
what
plot
that's
of New
the thing.
Hope.
The main problem is that it's like it doesn't really bother me that much, but watching it like more times, I really noticed it where like it's so much like the first one. Like the droid has a MacGuffin that they need to protect and all that.
As a MacGuffin.
A MacGuffin. Like
It
R2D2
starts off on a desert planet
R2D2
with someone who doesn't know they're a Jedi.
R2D2 had the Death Star plans, and BB-8 here, who by the way I love BB-8.
Oh my god,
BB,
he's awesome.
he's awesome and funny. And BB-8 has the map to Luke Skywalker,
But
and
he's
he has to
just
travel.
He's kind of just
to a
R2D2.
base of some sorts, huh?
He's kind of just R2D2.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like
They
the
have a
parallels
thing.
are like too extreme.
It
Yes,
really
and
is.
there's like one droid, and then he's funny and all that. And then Rey is like Luke, obviously, because it's like this Jedi finding out who she is.
Finn is the
And
only
I think-
difference.
Wait, what?
Finn is like the only
Yeah.
significant character diversion from like the original.
Well, Ray and Poe, you can kind of compare them to Han Solo.
Poe's
in a
kind of
way.
Han, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Because
Poe.
Poe's like this cool, cocky, like
They
I'm
have
the
three.
best.
Well, they have three protagonists.
No, I-
It's kind of like going.
Not really, but
yeah,
yes.
because you do. You have Finn, Poe,
and then
you got
Luke just
whatever.
becomes Yoda now.
Yeah, Luke is kind of like Yoda.
Luke is
right
gonna be Yoda to Rey, obviously.
Right,
But
that's her name.
I don't think Luke is gonna like. Actually, he probably won't. Never mind. But yeah, it like also because like there's a Death Star in the first one. There's like one that's
A Death
a
Planet.
bigger Death Star.
A
Like
Death
17
Planet.
Can I tell you
times
something that
bigger?
bothers me?
How did they get away
Yeah.
with this?
In the original trilogy, I could look over it because it was still it didn't detract from it at all. That you
'Cause
just,
it's new-
you
it
just,
was
you,
new.
no, you just destroy Alderaan, even though we don't know what that means. At
Yeah,
all.
it's like instead of destroying one planet in the new one, we're gonna destroy 5 planets.
For no reason.
in this one
everyone's
why?
so not
to try it out. That's how this. That's what I don't know.
everyone's
They
so
probably
nonchalant about it because
No, because it probably just shows how sadistic they are or something. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Oh,
wait.
no,
How
no,
did they get
even
rid of-
more than that. Just the fact, like, it feels nothing happened when the Star was destroyed in the sixth movie, because now there's a new order, which is basically the Empire, but the Republic still exists at the same time, which doesn't make sense.
The New Republic.
Oh yeah, can I say how do they get away with building a bigger fucking Death Star?
Yeah, how do
Well, that's the thing with Star Wars, though. Because you can't, like, ask questions like that. Because, like, there's always plot holes in Star Wars.
Right, but...
It's the same thing with other movies, like...
But come on.
It's like,
we didn't learn from, like, 30 years ago.
It's like how people... Yeah, also...
Bad guys build a
There's always a weak spot.
Yeah.
There's always a weak spot. First one,
okay,
obviously...
that's the stuff that doesn't bother me.
Like, first one, like, okay, they made the mistake.
The
mistake. Whoa.
When you make a mistake...
They made a mistake. In Return of the Jedi, they rebuilt it, and it was half built. It had a weak spot in the reactor, and then in this one, there's a hole there.
I hate the joke that they made. There must always a way to destroy him.
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
No, when Han said that, I'm like, okay, at least they kind of know that they're doing that, but that's not a good thing at the same time. It's like, know you're doing kind of like the same thing. It doesn't affect me that much. Also, there's like some characters that I want to see more of, like Captain Phasma. Do you guys remember Captain Phasma?
I kind of don't care.
Exactly. She was the chromed stormtrooper.
Oh,
She died.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't, yeah.
It kind of said, like, oh, we should put her in the trash compactor.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
They're gonna try to make her in the Boba Fett.
That's what I was saying. She's like
I kind of don't care. I don't care.
I love Boba Fett. I mean, because like he was kind of like hidden. She said a few lines.
You know what?
Are you sure you're gonna make her to
the only thing I miss?
That's what I've heard.
That's what I think.
Because the only thing I wish they would have added.
But she's not a bounty hunter.
I'm
sorry.
The elephant thing that was in the bar. Where was it? Where is it?
Wait, what?
Remember the elephant thing in the bar?
At the cantina?
Yes. Where is it?
Wait.
That's the real question.
Where's the movie now?
Why is it not in episode 7? See, this is the issue I have.
Elephant thing?
He was my favorite character.
They didn't have the cantina.
If that's really a
you know what?
If it's
you know
really
what?
a negative,
you know what?
I hate
you know what?
If it's
You're
really
not the dad.
negative,
And you know what the issue is? He was a key player because they had to make the puppets and everything. Just right now, reuse the puppet. Like you should have put him in the bar that they have now. It's like
What's the point of putting him there? What's the point of putting him there?
Like,
what's the point of putting him there?
Why not?
Hey, can I ask?
It's
why?
It's like he's gonna become. He's Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Kevin, shut the fuck up. You're derailing the whole conversation.
He's Darth Vader.
I have 2 points to make in a row. Number one,
Elephant guys should be returned.
I think this movie did something worse than the prequels, and I talked about this in the intro.
Oh, by the way, I just want to ask you something. Do you even like this movie?
I loved it.
I said I like this movie,
because I think we're going to talk about the good first, and then we're going to talk about the bad. And we're talking about the good. You're like, you know what? There's a lot of negatives about this movie.
Can I explain? My stance is that I liked it, but I shouldn't have to justify any of it. I should be able to pick apart all of it.
Obviously,
because
the first time I scowled it. Like I had all okay, but we're going to say that's worse than the prequels.
It didn't really expand on the universe. Like I like seeing the little stuff. You know, that fucking alien getting a blowjob or some shit in the back alley. The small things, like this small city. There's a lack of aliens, I think.
Oh, yeah,
there was not a lack of aliens.
There was a lack of
You're
cities.
crazy. No,
there was a lack of cities. You just had the one cantina, and everything else took place in space.
Because you're only like on 3 planets. You're like on the one.
Yeah, but I think the prequels were cool about that. They spread it out, and they just kind of showed
gigantic city. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm gonna go play the MMO when I get home. So whatever.
Oh, is that the MMO that costs like $100 million and no one plays?
Okay,
I'm gonna play
but
it.
But a few things about the movie. They had no like real catchy song. Like besides the
original
true. Like dun, 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 like that. Besides that, that's the only thing they have.
Listen,
they
Phantom Menace had a Duel of Fates. That's a good touch.
No,
Elephant Man should be his own
band. I want to talk about the prequels for 1 second more. The prequels had one great thing, and it was that John Williams.
He went ham.
He went ham on those soundtracks. They're like, you know what? I read the script. It's shit, but I'm gonna make a great soundtrack with it. And he did. Like Duel of Fates, it's like amazing, and especially with Revenge of the Sith when Darth Vader faced Anakin, they had a great song there too. And
Darth Vader did not face Anakin ever.
Because he's Darth Vader.
Did I really say that?
Yeah, he is.
Yes,
I am sorry. I'm sorry. And
throw his opinion out.
Can you stop yelling, Kevin?
Elephant guy.
Did you just chug down a carton of milk?
I'm just saying they missed such a good opportunity to like make a good song, especially when you walked into the bar.
No, like, I actually
they could have. They missed
no
a perfect
because like
opportunity.
I have the soundtrack. I'm sorry, I do. I have the soundtrack, and I actually there's one day like during the break when after the day we saw it, I just listened to it all with no interruptions, and there are what. It's on my phone. I'm not gonna play it. I don't want to get copyrighted.
All right,
but like there really are a few songs, and especially like Ray's theme and especially obviously the main theme, because like the main theme they kind of changed up a little bit, and this is what I loved about the main theme in this one, because like instead of be like. Dun, 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 dun,
Well, do you want to get
like
copyrighted? If you want to do it
this
so
one,
well.
In this one, they kind of slow it down so that people can get so excited with it. It's like dun 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 dun.
I didn't notice that.
I noticed that the first time. Like, oh my god! It's like because like the feeling of being in the theater watching that for the first time was magical. Because I'm watching a Star Wars movie. My
The
child
whole
is coming
movie,
back
I
to me.
blinked 5
And
times.
I love this movie.
Maybe you felt that yourself, and maybe that wasn't like a real thing.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because I
Maybe
didn't
like you
notice it.
slowed it down yourself, because I didn't notice.
I just
it.
didn't
I'll
notice
play right
two.
now. Actually,
No, don't play it.
No.
Was it really slower?
I'll play it after because like I'll show
I know
you.
there was a difference. Okay, so that was I had a second point. I'm gonna like take this apart in a real pretentious film critic fashion.
Yeah.
I felt that as part of the series, it didn't get like a balance or any like between continuity and originality. So it doesn't feel like
Like,
it's,
explain more.
Exactly.
all right. That's what I'm gonna say. It doesn't feel like it's a new conflict, but it also doesn't feel like it's a continuation of the conflict. So it's kind of left in the middle. Like it's obviously not a new issue because they basically copy and pasted the same
Formula.
the same kind of conflict.
Yeah.
You know, Empire versus Rebellion.
Oh yeah,
But it
Wasn't
doesn't.
the
But it
Empire-
doesn't feel like it's the same
It was-
issue. It doesn't feel like it's expanding on it. It just feels like they just made it again.
They just
so
made
it
the same
feels
layout.
awkward.
Oh yeah. Also, isn't like the First Order or whatever like less like they're less big than the Empire?
Yeah, but
But
what?
they're
But
the
then
Empire.
how?
They're the Empire.
But they're not.
They're
Obviously, I'm
left
just
over.
telling you that.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
telling you
are
that
they
they're-
smaller? Are they
Who
smaller?
the fuck is Snoke?
Sit
Okay,
down.
now it's
Are
time
they?
to go.
No. Can I
So
say
group-
my thing?
Yeah,
Are they
I'm
smaller?
sorry. What do you mean are they smaller?
Like a smaller group. They're not as big.
That's
I
the
don't-
thing.
I don't
No one
think
ever
so.
explains that.
Because if
That's
they
the-
if
I
they
don't think
are,
so, 'cause they made
how
a-
the heck did they make
They
a
made a
planet?
death planet.
A death
That's what I was
planet.
thinking. Like that's why I think they're bigger.
And
'cause
no
they
one
made a Death
noticed.
Planet, like Starkiller Base.
So that's
And-
the thing. You don't really know
It
what
seems like- it
happened in
seems like
between
to-
then.
it
You
seems
don't
like
get
it-
any idea of what the effects of anything were. So that's the issue. There's not enough continuity. It doesn't feel like from Return of the Jedi you get to here, and it doesn't feel like it's original.
Yeah, because it's 30 years after.
It doesn't matter.
But
I'm
this
saying
is what
from,
I'm
like,
thinking.
a-
Like all these things you're saying is like I think you're right, but like what J.J. Abrams did, it was kind of like really like good because he had to like get 30 years of continuity to one movie, and he can't fit all that shit in. Because like that would be
That's
just
pretty
that
basic
would
stuff.
make it like a
Here's the
4-hour
thing about
movie.
J.J.
Like, you can't explain that because like
Yes,
if
that's-
if you put like that kind of information in the movie,
I'm not-
I feel like that would be just awkward to say like, oh yeah, by the way, when they made this base, no one saw it at all, and like in the
Wow,
Empire,
how long did that take?
and
That's
also
not even-
and also the Empire is also bigger than this. Like
That's not the information. It's not the information. It's just the concept as like a whole, like as a fundamental thing. It's just lacking in either continuity or originality. Second, I know why J.J. Abrams made the movie the way he did. It's because he had to. Someone at Disney was probably like, "Listen, we want you to make it like it was.
Can we put Mickey
we want
Mouse? In the
you want to
cantina?
make it very simple so everyone, new fans, can get it, and then we can move on with the trilogy."
Yeah.
That's fine.
I respect that.
I mean, no, it's not fine, but I'm saying that's inevitable.
It's fine. Actually, you know what? It's not fine.
So
I think they should.
I'm gonna
put
go. I'm
Mickey
gonna say some
Mouse
good things,
as
but they're not gonna be
Darth
as fun, or they're not gonna be as interesting because the good things you're already aware of. I'm just trying to point out things in ways it could have been better, which I think is
Yeah.
more interesting.
I definitely I like
Okay, last bad thing
clothes.
Yeah.
from me, at
Yeah.
least. Hey, Steven, you haven't commented at all.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to talk to you. You just say nothing.
Yeah, do you have anything to say? about
No one
that?
No one touches Chuck Berry's guitar.
Okay, well,
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
you can say your last bad thing, and he can talk. So, what was your last bad thing?
I don't care about the dark side in this movie. Who is that? Why was Snoke's not? Who is he? Why? What is he?
He's the Emperor type of character.
But where was he in? If he's such a powerful dark Jedi, where was he in the original trilogy?
oh, that guy, the
Snoke.
the hologram guy.
Guys, sees Darth
It's-
Vader. Darth Vader.
Shut
or
up.
whatever.
It's not that.
Yes, it is because you know he didn't have a. He's like a white.
Before you look,
Kylo Ren
before
has
you look
Darth
foolish,
Vader's
before
head.
you look foolish, before you,
I own you.
This is what follows Kevin's depression. He becomes stupid.
it's true.
Well, I'm
Really?
adding I want
You're
Mickey
not.
Mouse in the cantina with the elephant. Is that
Okay.
too much to ask?
Okay, so
Thanks,
before
Disney.
before I get onto the good things, incredibly disappointing movie. I liked it.
I loved it. I hated
Don't
it.
you think this is what this standard you
10
put
out
the
of
prequels
10.
up to? Don't you
1 out
think
of
these
0.
movies should go up to 2? I'm saying
What do you mean? Like, wait, do you think that the prequels are at the same level as
One
this?
times
Not the Phantom
one
Menace.
is one.
But you
Or
say like
two.
Revenge of the
Let's
Sith
be
is like
real.
the same level. Like
no, I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
But that's the thing. Everyone nitpicks the shit out of the prequels, even though this should also have. But whatever.
Yeah, but it's
U
like in this
squared.
movie, like
Vice
it's
one
not
times
like
one. One
nitpicky, like
squared.
prequels.
That's the real
'Cause-
question I have.
What? What do you want?
I'm topping in my own conversation with the people while you guys talk.
Yeah, you're not funny, Kevin. You know what? You know what's not funny, Kevin?
Thanks, Disney.
You know what's not funny?
I give
blue
it-
elephant.
I
the
hate
blue
it.
elephant guy is
I-
the most irrelevant fucking thing you could have ever brought up. Not even the guys playing the horn.
You know what? You know why? Because guess what? Guess who owns them? Guess who owns them? Guess who owns them? It's the guy there could be a subplot where he killed all those guys, right? He's like,
All right, do you want to go into the good things? Even though
Dead.
that's all you've been. Do you have any criticism of the movie?
I did already.
Yeah. What?
Well, my main criticism was that it was a lot
Less close.
like A New Hope, and that they kind of sidelined a few characters. Like actually, I didn't really finish on that. Captain Phasma is the main one because I wanted to see more of her because I think she's like the Boba Fett type of character. Another
she was in
thing
there
I
like
liked
for
in the original.
literally like.
And
4
then
minutes.
Poe, I thought that he had a decent amount of screen time, but I wanted more from him as well because Poe is probably my favorite character now.
Really?
Not of the whole thing, but I'm talking about like of this movie,
It's Finn.
or like the new characters that they just introduced. 'Cause, you know, and
I'm still the elephant guy.
and even like the old guy in the beginning, like they just killed him off like literally in 2 seconds.
You know why?
Because they gave him
Neil
this thing.
story.
Vader.
And it's like, oh, I call Leia royalty now, which is it's a cute line, but like I think that's the only 2 things I really have a problem because like criticisms you make, I kind of disagree because like there's oh my god,
What's his name?
Elephant guy.
No, what's his name?
That's what we looked up.
But if I can comment about the movie, I forgot
No one
what I was
cares
gonna say.
about your-
And by the way, I also disagree with all of you about Kylo Ren. You know, he's definitely whiny, but I thought he was a really good villain because like.
No, he's a good
He wants to be
villain,
so
but
much
he's
like
whiny.
his grandfather,
this
even
is
though
a-
he can't.
Max Rebo?
It's like amazing. It's
His
just so
name's
funny
Max
to watch.
Rebo.
Well, Max
Oh,
Rebo
yeah!
should be
I
back.
have that action
in the-
figure. I think
You have him.
probably.
He should be Darth Vader.
Okay, guys. Disclaimer.
This
Kevin
is a good
might be on
podcast because you have the
drugs
extreme opposites of the spectrum. Someone who liked the movie
Someone who
and,
loved the
and,
movie.
and I won't take it apart at every instance, and someone who loves the movie
I love that movie.
and who
I love the
defends
movie,
it.
but
I
So
love
we
it
have
and
the
I
two-
hate it, and I give it a 6 out of.
Well, there's some things I can't
7.5.
defend. Like that, so much like A New Hope. Like I keep saying that, but like I think that's the main problem that everybody's having.
But the issue, like the reason they did is because they're like, we want all the kids and all the people who. Now everyone's excited. I mean, not excited, but everyone likes to act like they like Star Wars, even though a couple years ago they're like, Star Wars is for nerds. So you got these people.
I agree with you on that.
Now everyone's
pretty
jumping
true.
on the bandwagon. Sorry to use
It's
that
like
term.
Star Wars is so
But
amazing.
so to keep those people watching the whole trilogy and getting into it, you have to just remake the basic points.
Yeah, and I hope that Episode 8 is because if Episode 8 has comparisons like Empire,
It's
then
just,
I think that they're just unoriginal and that they just ran out of ideas. Because I know like there's obviously
It's the
some
layout.
new things about this movie, like with Finn the Stormtrooper, how he like does the right thing here. But like in Episode 8, if someone gets frozen in carbonite, I'm gonna lose my shit. So yeah.
No, don't do it.
But I do think that Episode 8 should have a darker tone. Because, like, this is fun, obviously, and I'm not saying that every movie should be dark and, like, gritty. But, like, it should be, like, it should have...
Maybe they should though.
Like, the only thing that it should be, like, the same as Empire is that it has the darker tone. Because that's why it was one of the benefactors of Empire. What was
okay,
that?
I remember what I was going to say now. I remember yesterday, my aunt came into town and I had to explain to her, because she hadn't seen Episode 7. So I had to explain to her what it was without really spoiling it. I'm like, she asked if she had to catch up on any of the movies. I'm like, you know, just watch 6 if you remember, or if you don't remember too well, just watch 6. If that will just get you caught up to some of the characters, and then those characters in those movies are basically doing a more detailed cameo into the Episode 7, with the exception of Han Solo.
Because Han Solo is, like, one of the main characters.
He's one of the main characters, but I'm sorry. Luke and
Leia?
thank you. Wow, I'm bad with names. Luke and Leia, they're basically doing cameos. They're
Well,
not-
Leia kind of isn't... Luke is.
you could
but-
definitely switch out Leia and put another character, and you'll be totally fine.
I wouldn't.
I would not.
Because
With-
Leia needs to be in the movie.
I disagree. I feel like if you switch her with another character, with the exception of the Han Solo love storyline, you would be fine. You would be fine. You can still mention.
I wouldn't be fine.
You can still mention. Oh yeah,
I'm not
Kylo
happy
Ren
about
is Han and Leia's son, but doesn't mean you need her in the movie.
I don't know. Well, that's your opinion, and I respect it, but...
I have so much negativity on this movie. so I'm not gonna fit all of it. What?
I already.
That's
said
fine.
mine.
That's fine. I'm not gonna expand on it anymore because I'll just write an essay about it or something.
I actually wrote a review on it. I just did it randomly.
A very detailed,
What?
very detailed rant that you're gonna send to J.J. Abrams.
Why?
I
Where
think
is
J-
Max
I think
Rebo?
J.J.
Where is
Abrams-
Max Rebo? Make it hashtag
Rebo.
Where is Max? Where is Max? Where is Max?
Look,
I think J.J. Abrams fisted my movie to death.
it's because like
Isn't that bad too?
All right,
Dude,
it's I like the
No, he
movie.
likes
I
the
know.
movie.
No one
And
gets
also
it.
one of the good things I like, the lightsaber battle with Finn and Rey versus Kylo Ren. The reason why I love this lightsaber battles because it was more like the originals were in the Okay, you gotta admit the lightsaber battles in the prequels were over the top, and they were just like
They were cooler though.
well, that's the thing because they're doing more flips than they should have. Because the one with Darth, Darth Maul was actually a cool character.
Why did they kill him?
That's the thing. Like
There's no villain in the
character.
Yeah.
The villain that did.
Yeah.
No, but like
What?
those
Bruh.
lightsaber battles didn't have any emotion to it, in my opinion. Like they're just doing it. They're just fighting just to fight. Like in Empire, between
I have the high ground.
yes. And that lightsaber battle was like so like over the top too. But like the ones in Empire and even in New Hope, where it was kind of like kind of slow because Obi-Wan is like.
Is the first time they use the technology,
Yeah,
so it's like they're actually holding swords.
Yeah. So like in Empire, like there's so much emotion towards it. Like when you're fighting, I'm like, this is amazing. Like even in this one, I felt so like emotional just watching that lightsaber battle because not only was it greatly choreographed, it had a lot of emotion to it. Where you're just like, they're doing this for a reason. Not like in Attack of the Clones when they're fighting Count Dooku, where it's like, oh, Count Dooku's there, so we just have to fight him for no apparent reason. That's another good thing about the movie I liked.
Wait, Kylo Ren was properly trained to be a Jedi, correct?
No, not fully.
What? But he was going to. But he had some sort of training.
Because at the end, Snoke is like, come here and bring Kylo Ren. We have to finish his training. That's what he said at the end of the movie.
No, but he sort of had somewhat of training, right?
Obviously.
Because he knows how to handle the Force.
Yeah.
So why couldn't he just kill Finn, like, instantly? Finn has no training whatsoever, with a lightsaber especially.
Well, like training with a lightsaber is like obviously you have to know the moves, and that's why Finn got destroyed in like in 2 seconds.
No, but that actually makes sense because he's a stormtrooper by training, and he's part of like
But stormtroopers are trained to use blasters.
No, they're trained to use everything. If you read into the lore, people actually use melee weapons more than just lightsabers.
Well,
so.
excuse me,
especially that guy.
Do
you remember that scene with the stormtrooper with like the guy that was
Exactly.
fighting Finn in that battle? Do you remember that? Where he had like a shock.
Yeah.
Thing,
Okay.
And they were fighting.
Okay.
So he was trained to use that.
If you give that guy a lightsaber, I think he would be pretty good. I mean, pretty decent with it. Like, the way that's why he got destroyed in 2 seconds, and that's why And also, I think that kind of little annoyed me a little bit. Is like when Rey got the lightsaber, she just knew how to fight, and then when she
used a stick.
No, like and then when she was about to get like kind of like thrown up, but they're like having a confrontation, like she just closed her eyes, felt the Force. And then
that didn't make any sense. They didn't.
No,
they explain what that meant.
Either that, they're like that's the thing. There's like also there's so many.
Kevin, I'm gonna buy you a Max Rebo T-shirt for your birthday.
Yay!
Also, there's like it's not like a problem with it because like the Star Wars movies and the original trilogy did it too. There's so many unanswered questions, don't you think? Is it what's Rey from? What's
Rey from?
No.
Where is Max Rebo?
Like, am I the one that thinks that Rey is probably Luke's daughter? Am I just saying that on my ass or like?
Yes, you are.
It could be anything.
It could be
Because like, she could be this powerful.
I'm not saying
like if
it's
she's
impossible.
that powerful, like either
Where
they
is
like
he?
kind of did. They're gonna explain in the
But
next
that's the
movie
thing.
why
Why-
or she's just like the most powerful Jedi that's ever gonna live.
Wait,
Because she could like handle the Force.
I really hope it's.
And when she did the Jedi mind trick, she's just like, you know what? I'll try the Jedi mind trick and see if it works.
she never knew about that, right?
Well, she did because like
I really.
early in the story, it's like Luke Skywalker. Like she heard it like those characters because
maybe-
like, it was like
blue
she
things
thought it
have
was
we seen in the
stories, but
movie?
then she was like,
Sky?
Maybe it was during the
Max Rebo in the
flashback.
sky.
Remember when she
That's where he's hiding.
when she opened up the case
Isn't
for
she-
the sword at first, and she had like a major flashback?
Yes.
Maybe it was in there.
Is it?
Max Rebo's hiding in the sky.
Alright, Kevin, stop.
Isn't she Han Solo's daughter?
What?
Isn't she Han Solo's daughter?
No.
I thought that too
Because they
in the
emphasize
lore-
it so much. It's like, yeah, you have to press the ignition switch, and they say it at the same time, and they look at each other and they smile.
Yeah, because
that was cheesy. Also, if they're not, what's the point in that? If
because
they're not,
like in the lore, they're not really following it because obviously, but in the lore, Han and Leia
have a
have
daughter.
twins.
Yeah.
They have twins. And
Where's the other one?
but like when Luke Skywalker had a son, his name was Ben. So I think they're kind of changing that up. So that's why I think it's Luke's daughter. And this is a report that came out, and I don't know if it's fake because in the video, and, you know the game Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
So they had the Star
I
Wars
saw
Force
this.
Awakens
I
thing,
saw it.
and during the battle between Rey and Kylo Ren in the game, there's this one point where he says, "Face me, cousin."
That's the worst way to reveal it.
Rey and Kylo Ren.
No, like Rey when they're fighting, like he's coming out and like in the cutscene, she's like, "It's like face me, cousin." Either that or like people are saying that when because there's this thing mode where you have to throw like a barrel at him or something, and he says curses. So thinking like they probably mixed face me and curses and made face me cousin. I don't know. It's a report that came out of that, but I don't know.
Where's
Um,
C-3PO?
They had so
You're
much to
telling me-
work. They had so much to work with.
That's the
You're
thing.
telling-
That's
wait,
why.
Wait. You're telling me they combined two separate lines that he says. Which
No, but, like-
face me.
No, but while he was
Curses.
while he was saying "face me," the Rey threw a barrel at him, and then the animation he's supposed to say is curses. So like they kind of what they're saying is that either he said "face me, cousin," or like they kind of mix it and said "face me" and curses, like right. Kind of
Oh,
between.
so it's one of those things where it's like,
I think that's some weird coincidence.
I think so too.
Because
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it's
they
true.
would do it in such a stupid way if they
Yeah.
were revealed it.
I
Yeah.
think like
They have done it
they would
before,
have double
actually.
checked it.
Like there's like reports where they've done it with other games, but
That's-
I doubt it with this kind of game that they would do that. But
Okay, we could talk about this for years until the next one comes out.
Yeah,
What
and
about
I can't wait for
thoughts
it
for
to
the future or theories?
Oh,
Thoughts for the
theories.
future.
Max Rebo is
well,
Darth
I think
Vader.
obviously they're gonna have they're gonna show Luke training.
Here's
with
my fan theory.
Rey.
Kevin's gonna jump off a cliff
I hope so.
with his Max Rebo T-shirt and underwear.
Dude, that's my
Parachute.
dream. Dude, stop anything
I hope you have to suck him off later in your
Dude, I
life.
hope so.
Yeah, but
Look how much money he has. He's running the biz.
but
Shut the
you
fuck up.
gotta admit, Ellie,
He's Darth Vader. Dude, he has the Force.
Steven, what did you like about the movie, or what did you dislike about the
You
movie?
didn't say
Max Rebo.
I know.
Where is
'cause
he?
I'm terrible at nitpicking movies.
Did you have any problem with it?
Max
Any
Rebo.
problem?
I think the person who played
Particularly
Elvis
The
sucked.
lack of Max Rebo.
I think they should have cast Joaquin Phoenix as
The lack of Max Rebo.
Oh! Here's the thing. Someone told me. You know the stormtrooper who was in charge of Rey when she was locked up?
Daniel
And
Craig.
That was Daniel Craig.
Yeah, no,
That's
he made a
funny.
cameo. That was kind of cool. Also, Ewan McGregor makes a cameo.
As who?
Do you remember when he did the Force flashback with Rey when she touched the lightsaber?
Oh, she
The
touched
person,
it.
the person that was pulling her away during one moment while she was looking at her parents supposedly flying away, that was Ewan McGregor just pulling.
Oh,
her.
Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
Wait, then
No, it's not Ben Kenobi. It was just the actor.
that's so dumb.
Because they didn't show it. They just wanted to be in the movie because it was Star Wars.
What's
Remo.
dumb?
No, it's not dumb.
That ruins it because
Why
would
does
you-
that ruin it?
Because why would you put the actor who's an actor in this
Where's
film
he
series?
at?
Shut the fuck up, Kevin.
Don't you get it that they want to get rid of that?
What?
Like they don't want to get rid of it, but they want people to forget about the prequel.
No, they don't. Why do you keep on saying that? The prequels.
They're not. Everybody don't like them, man.
Yeah, I don't care
I'm
what
sorry.
everyone. Yeah, because everyone also thinks this is the best movie of all time. I don't care
No
what
one's-
angry.
no one
I don't
thinks
care what
that.
Angry Joe says.
I
I
hate.
don't care what
Angry
Angry
Joe.
Joe.
I hate Angry Joe.
Yeah, well, Angry Joe agrees with you completely.
What
so.
do you mean?
You check his review on it. This shit's amazing, man. I cried my balls off.
I cried too.
I came
but
on my dog when I got home.
I cried. I cried too, but I don't think it's a perfect film.
Where is
It's definitely
Max?
not a perfect film.
Why would you get? It's like putting Hayden Christensen as like a waiter.
Hating
That's the
Christians
thing.
is not funny.
If Hayden Christensen's in the movie, like, I don't know,
I think
man.
it's like.
I
Do you not understand how this is a compromise?
What do you mean?
I mean, how this is not a compromise.
Compromise?
You know how this compromises the integrity of the movie, putting Ewan McGregor. I mean, I didn't even notice it, so it's okay. But it's stupid. It's bad.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
away.
All right,
Oh my
all right,
God.
all right. Future thoughts, because no one's. It's just you and me right now, Zach. So let's just
Well,
finish
wait.
up. Let's just wrap it up.
Max Rebo.
You guys have anything to say?
Let's just wrap it
Listen,
up.
I enjoyed the movie, alright?
That's it.
I think it was the best movie of all time.
Shut up, Angry Joe.
Where they had the Max
Came on my
Rebo
dog.
entered the screen's play for 1.1 frame of the whole movie.
Shut
Okay.
up. Alright? Anyways,
He's
listen.
a hidden Easter egg.
Bottom line, I enjoyed the movie. I agree with Ellie in the sense that, okay, yes, it kind of followed off the first one in a way. That's a lot of similarities.
A
Now,
lot.
I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed it more than the first one, but you know, as I told you, I wasn't really into it like a lot at that point. So I enjoyed this one a lot more. I don't know. It was good. You know.
Yeah. Did you have any problems with the movie, or just like, or no? Like,
did I have any specific?
Steven's
Can we
the
crowdfund?
people's film reviewer, right? He's gonna tell you it's good or it's not good.
It's alright.
It's good.
And if you want to investigate it, watch it yourself, you motherfucker.
Yeah, seriously, why are you listening to me?
We
Anyway,
should get his own channel.
Max
Steven.
Tribal Easter egg.
I know. Oh, okay.
I mean, a lot of the things that you guys have said, like certain things I agree with, certain things I disagree with. One thing I do have to agree with is I hate Kylo Ren's freaking fits.
Thank
That
you.
Pissed me off.
Thank
That
you.
pissed me off. I'm like, you know what? Stop. You have better things to do. Why don't you go choke someone with the Force?
He should
At
have
least
forced
do it
choked someone.
calmly.
Yeah, that's the difference. Because when Darth Vader had like I don't know outbursts, it's because he's like a cool guy. He like intimidates people. This
Yeah.
guy just and then he has a stupid fucking line afterwards. Like, any other questions?
No, there's like anything.
He
else.
just
Yeah.
destroys.
Darth Vader
his
wouldn't do
freaking
that.
Same
computer.
thing. Same thing when Rey escaped because of the Jedi mind. He almost hit Ellen in the face. Like when Rey escaped. Do you remember the scene where he walks in and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take out my lightsaber and just chop this thing off, and listen, it was it was, or
Wait,
to me it was.
what if that was-
It was
wait, wait,
funny
Zach,
when
what if
she
that was-
did that, and then there's two stormtroopers. You remember this where the stormtroopers saw that and they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk the other way now.
I think that was
Alright.
funny.
That was
I
funny.
have
There's a
some-
lot of funny moments, especially
I
when
have
BB-8 doing a thumbs up. That was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, was
There are
that
a lot of
thumbs
funny
up?
moments.
I thought that was middle finger.
Oh my
my
god! You're dumb.
Anyways,
Oh my
okay,
God.
okay.
This
Let's
is
put
a
it in this
PG-13
perspective.
movie.
Let's put it in this perspective.
Okay, go.
Kylo Ren is Caillou. Caillou.
Obama.
Wait, no.
Gold Bell Obama.
Wait, no. Seriously though, am I not okay? Am I the only one who thought that
We're totally
Yes,
in.
you are.
BB-8 thumbed up
Yes,
with a middle
you
finger?
were the only
No,
person.
I thought BB-8 was like kind of like R2-D2, was like really sarcastic and everything. So it was like
So he flicked the winky.
no. So Finn was like thank you, and BB-8 was just like no, fuck you.
No.
No, not
I
at
thought that was funny. That's why I laughed during that scene.
all. Well, I mean, a lot of
He
people
primary
did, but not
placed
for
the
that
red
reason.
Yeah, not
Salt,
for that
Oregon.
reason. It's because, because, I thought BB-8 was going to be annoying. Because, they're doing it just for toys.
Yeah,
And they are
but-
doing it just for toys. But he is
But
awesome.
he's actually, yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Even though he's an R2-D2 kind of ripoff. But, like I said, the movie, all things aside, I loved it.
He's an R2-D2
Who's Max
ripoff though,
Rebo?
but he had to be
All right,
Yeah.
Pose.
all right.
Now,
All right.
is it the best movie of the year? No.
Let's end it off.
Is it my favorite movie of the year? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Expectations for the future. All right,
Mm.
here's the
I
line.
want Luke versus Snoke.
Wait. One more thing. I don't want anyone to comment on this because I actually
Okay.
I'm gonna lay down the law.
Max Rebo.
There's no really memorable lines that I can think of, like
I got
the
you.
power of your He's talking about the Death Star in the original trilogy. Is like it's insignificant next to the power of the Force. Yeah,
Okay.
stuff like
I got
that.
one.
There's good lines are part of Star Wars. I didn't really catch any of that.
I got one.
Which?
The when Ray's like, I'm gonna need your help, Father, or something like that. I can't quote it perfectly, but like,
Wait, what?
I mean not Ray. When Kylo Ren, he's like, oh, I'm gonna need your help, Father, or something like that. When he's about to kill Han, like that, I feel like that was a good.
Nah, it's
When
not.
Max Rebo
by
said,
the way,
"Mwah."
we didn't even talk about that at all.
I know.
By the way, if you guys didn't know, Kylo Ren, his real name is Ben Solo, and he killed his father Han. That's all I want to say. And what? What happened?
I think Kevin just like Max Rebo'd him.
But
Okay,
it's
now-
like the new YOLO. I'm
Now,
Max Rebo.
now, let me ask you guys: were you guys have any problems with that scene? Because I thought actually another problem is that some of the things were kind of predictable. Because like when Han Solo was walking down the pathway of that one straight line where Kylo Ren is, like,
Oh, it makes
he's gonna
sense.
have to die, and even Kevin too. Because like when I was watching it the second time with Kevin just like they're gonna kill him. Like I remember him saying that, like, see, and my dad wanted me to ask you during the movie.
Me?
Yeah, did you see that coming?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
But
it was,
hold
it was a little
on.
predictable.
I saw it coming for a different reason.
Just
though.
because of the location.
Except
it's like
yeah, the one
it's
pathway.
kind of like they're not just gonna walk off there.
Yeah,
Don't you think that's a little too perfect?
yeah.
I knew it was coming for two different reasons. One, yeah, it was predictable as hell.
Yeah.
So like that scene, the attitude, the atmosphere of it, easily noticeable. And two, I was spoiled for it. Someone spoiled it for me.
Andre.
Someone
Hashtag-
spoiled it for me, and I didn't.
Where Andre
and
at?
Zach was a good friend. He didn't tell me if it was true or not. But like when I saw that scene, I'm like,
I think Zach's
he
a
legit
decent friend.
spoiled it for me. He actually did it, and
I got so
and I was-
close to seeing that spoiler. But
I
I
was
actually
mad.
didn't.
Good.
I was mad. I'm like, I read the Snapchat. He was like, spoiler alert. Read it. I'm like, spoiler alert. And then I kept reading it for some reason.
The thing is that Kevin had mentioned it earlier. He's like, I saw spoiler alert. I'm not looking at it. So then, later, I'm looking at his Snapchat. Did you say his name? Does it matter?
Andre.
Anque.
I don't care.
Andre, whatever. Okay. Well, I looked at his Snapchat later, and I'm just going through everyone's or whatever. I'm just going through certain people, and then I go down one, and I press his, and then before it even shows up on the screen, as soon as I press it, I'm like, oh shit, and then I put my phone down, and then so I didn't see it, which is good.
Yeah. But so you guys didn't have any problems with it?
I didn't have any major problems that make me want to end my life or anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I think he needed to
I
die
enjoyed
just because
that's my main point.
like another comparison.
Well, actually, okay,
There you go.
I don't have a problem with it. It made me. I was like, not Harrison Ford.
Obviously, because
But-
Han Solo's awesome.
I know, yeah, but it
But
was
he was
like,
too old. He wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it through all this.
That's the thing, he can't do like 2 more Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And the same thing with
He would.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
The old guy has to die by the evil guy in the movie.
So when's Luke dying?
That's what I think he might, because he might be.
Wow,
since
spoil
he-
the movie for me,
since,
Pawan.
since he's
I'm
like
calling
the,
it.
since he's like the Yoda character, he might die
might
in
just-
I'm calling it.
He's
episode
not
9.
the same thing.
No,
Might die
I'm
in
calling
episode
it.
9.
I'm calling
If
it.
he
He's dying
if he
episode
just,
8.
if his clothes just freaking fade away,
I'm calling
the
it.
same exact moment,
guys.
the same exact way,
Hold on.
I'm done.
I'm calling
This
it. I'm
can't
calling
be.
it. Luke
Can't
dies
be.
episode 8.
No, I don't think episode 8.
I'm calling it.
If he does die, episode 9.
He's gonna do some training.
Max Rebo
He's
died
gonna be
episode
old.
10.
Episode 8. Done.
Nope.
Nah, I wouldn't say he's
I
gonna
really-
die.
Alright, so are we talking about the future expectations?
We did already.
He will.
No, are we doing that now?
Kind
Is this
of.
like a speculation?
No,
I
okay.
hope Luke ends up becoming the main character and kills the Snoke in episode 9. Here's
Yeah,
why.
I wanna see
Here's
that
why.
scene. I wanna
Here's
see
why.
that scene.
Because he's the chosen one
Yes.
from the whole series.
Yeah.
He's the best Jedi to have ever lived. So
Yes.
he needs to finish
That's
it.
why
I
he's a
don't give a
great
shit
leader.
about Rey. I mean, she's a good character and everything.
She thought.
You're a
Jeez.
misogynistic prick,
Gord-
you know that?
You know what?
Gorgeous
She's a
girl.
strong woman character.
That's
You know,
why.
I-
That's why
I
I
think-
think it's
I
kind of an
think Luke-
addition that there's finally obviously.
But that's not gonna happen. We all know that's not gonna happen.
Dude, she's
Or
gonna-
I hope it
Oh, I
will.
know what she's
What do you
going
mean?
to the
I
dark
hope-
side.
Hold
like-
on. Wait, what?
That Luke ends up because Luke obviously trained a lot and he's obviously more powerful.
No, he's not.
He's the most powerful Jedi.
Here's what I want.
Look how good she was with the Force. She didn't
Because
even know.
I like
She
playing
didn't
like.
even know.
Shut up, Kevin.
Can you like clip the audio with something better than that or no?
Just Max Rebo making
Can I
the
give
sound.
my things as actual? She's better. She's a better Jedi than Luke.
I
Why?
disagree.
Because she.
Why so?
Wait.
Because
Hold on a second.
why? Check this out. She didn't even
'Cause
know.
she's a girl.
She didn't even know, right? She was
No,
like,
but that's just
I'm
the
just
thing.
gonna trick you now. And she was like, I can do that.
That's a thing.
And then she was.
That's why I think that she's Luke's daughter. Because literally, if she's that powerful, she has to be. She has to be the offspring of the most powerful Jedi right now, which is Luke Skywalker.
I think that was just.
Like-
I think that was just careless writing.
I think
Because
Maybe.
because
Probably.
Luke in the prequels they're like, oh, we have a chosen one, and you can argue that that was actually Anakin
What do you mean?
who's the chosen one.
Like,
Who restore balance to the Force.
it was supposed
There was
to
a
be
prophecy in the
Anakin. It was
prequel.
supposed to be
Okay, but
Anakin.
Luke's set up to be like.
Like that.
All right, here's what I'm saying. If you play any of the old Republic games, like there's 3, there's a lot of history to like the Jedi and the Force and the conflict between the dark side and the light side. I hope because they had a line at the beginning where like Luke went to study at the first Jedi temple. I really hope they go into depth in the history of everything.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But they're not, I hope they do. But if they don't, I'm gonna be upset.
I think that
That'd be cool.
actually Han and Leia. I forgot which one who said this, but they actually said that one of the possibilities that Luke left because he was looking for the Jedi Council, the first Jedi temple.
Yeah.
So that would be cool,
Dude, I
If
really
they-
hope- you know
if-
what would
in
be
episode
awesome?
8 that they might.
You know
look
what'd be
for it,
awesome if they had like this ancient society of like Jedi's like
Like they're
were
so
thousands of years old, and they're, dude.
But didn't all of them die
Maybe-
in like
maybe
in
that's
Revenge
where
of the
Luke-
Sith?
I
Like,
know,
in
but
Order
if
of
they're
the
like in this is an uncharted part of space. They said,
yeah.
I hope like they come back as an army and shit, and they go take on. That's what I want.
Sith. That'd be too
Is-
overpowered, though.
Hey, who knows?
But
Maybe
that's-
You know what I hope? I hope it's like
A New
Kung Fu
Hope.
Panda 3.
Okay.
I hope
No,
it's-
maybe.
I hope.
Yeah,
They,
yeah,
I
yeah,
hope they go
actually,
into.
a bunch of
is the
untrained
dad.
people.
They've
they're like,
kept off. They've kept that off for such a long time. They're always like the Jedi and the Force have a long history. Why don't we see some of that? Even if they don't show up, just like they have a scene where they're in the ruins and they see like this artifact. Because there's things aside from the movies that do that, but I want to see it happen in the movies.
Maybe the island where Luke's on, maybe that is like a location for the temple, but it's just hidden away.
Maybe.
Maybe that's where she gets trained.
No, she's definitely
Probably
getting
trained there.
Yeah, but
She's
I want
definitely
to
gonna be trained
see I want to see it evolved, and I want Snoke's to be explained.
Yeah, because like, what the fuck is that guy?
If they're just like, oh yeah, he's an evil guy, but like,
No,
why?
so-
Where was he?
The reason why I think Snoke is gonna be explained because like they did the same thing with the Emperor, like in A New Hope, where the Emperor wasn't even in A New Hope, and then in Empire he was just a hologram. So I think they're gonna do the same thing with Snoke, where he's like the guy that really made this all happen, where he trains
I hope
Kylo Ren. Obviously, they said that.
this is just like optimistic thinking, but I hope he's like an ancient Sith. That he's been alive this whole
Have you
time.
heard of this person called Darth Plagueis?
No.
Because like I was watching these guys that know a lot about Star
Actually,
Wars,
no.
and they're saying that there's this older Sith named Darth Plagueis, and that might be him. He turns out to be him.
Cool.
Just
Okay.
imagine.
So we're gonna wrap it up here.
I recommend the movie.
I recommend the movie too.
Movies
I
amazing.
Even if you're a fan of Star
I
Wars.
love the
It was
movie.
good. It was
No,
good. I
even
loved
even
it.
if you're not a fan of Star Wars, I recommend going.
I love the movie. Max Rebo's Darth.
Okay.
Darth
Now let's all say our ratings.
What's a scale of what?
A scale of
1 through
it
5.
depends.
Zach's 1 through 5.
For me, it's 1 to 5. But
1
if you guys
through
wanna-
4.
If you guys want to do 1 through 10 or 1 to 4, like
No, I'm joking.
Let's do 5.
okay, 1
Keep
to
it all
5.
on the same
And
scale.
this might be a really high score just because how much I enjoyed this movie, and I probably enjoyed it better the second time. Even though the nitpicks I have with the movie, like sidelining a few characters, so much comparisons like the first one, it didn't bother me like a lot. So I'm gonna give the movie a 4.75.
I won 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Ooh. What the heck?
Because to me it was like between 4.5 and 5, so I'll just go straight in the middle with 4.
I won 4
Okay, so you go 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Do I have to
Okay.
get a number review? Can I just summarize
Yeah.
it?
Good.
Alright, if you're a Star Wars fan, watch it. It's good. But depending on what type of Star Wars fan you are, you may or may not be disappointed. But if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's a very good movie, so just watch it and get into the universe.
Mine.
So no 1 to 5.
What?
No 1 through 5.
Do you want me to give a number?
Yeah.
Alright, 4 out of 5.
Okay, cool.
For me, it's a 4.87. Because think about it.
Steven, go.
Wow. Okay. Am I not important
There you go.
anymore? This is
Okay.
why.
No,
you can-
There's
you did that to yourself.
How come
You're not
there's a
important.
gigantic battle thing? Okay, that's crazy. This shouldn't be possible. You got the Republic and everything. They didn't see
The
it.
Republican?
Oh, yeah. And also, Max Rebo's not in it. That's like 1. That's why it's 4.87.
Okay, Steven, what would you rate it from 1 to 5? Or you want
As
to
soon
say
as you said Max Rebo's not in it, I wanted to just end the recording and
That's-
just close this and delete every single thing.
If you did it,
You kind-
every
either-
single
You
file.
kind of ruined this, Kevin. Now we're not going to get sponsored.
Oh,
Audible? Okay, so what would you rate from 1 to 5? Or you
I
have any
rated
like closing
4.5.
statements? Okay, cool.
It's an enjoyable movie. Now,
Out of 5?
I enjoyed it the
4.5
most.
out of 5. I'm not good at expanding too much on these things.
I
But
enjoyed
it's
it
an
the most.
enjoyable movie. It's a good movie. Watch it.
Kevin enjoyed it the most.
Yeah.
I gave the highest
Zach
rating.
liked it more.
Wait, I gave the highest rating.
Yeah.
I said it's my best
Yeah, but
cinema
Zach,
experience
Zach's
of my
rating
life.
has more weight on it.
Well, yeah, because he can go in depth. That was the best movie experience I've ever had.
And Zach probably has, like...
Yeah, for me.
Especially watching it in IMAX.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
by the way, I hate 3D, so that I.
I don't.
But
why
it-
did we
don't
go
like
see
it.
it into... I don't like IMAX.
The reason why
I don't
I
like
liked it.
3D either.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
The reason why I had to do it because it was IMAX, it was bigger, and Batman v Superman was in the trailer. By the way, the best part were the trailers. Okay, we're movies and stuff.
Especially
My name is Zach.
I'm Steven.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Max Rebo.
I'm your dad.
And
I'm
I'm
Ellie.
Owen.
I'm Ellie.
And
I'm Colin.
thanks for watching, and we'll
Thanks for listening.
see you next time.
I'm gonna
Whatever that'll be.
Dude, this edit's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put,
I really
like,
hope this movie
there's
doesn't
gonna
come.
be
I really
Star
hope.
Wars,
I really
and
hope
there's
this
gonna be
review doesn't
Max
come out
Rebo.
in like 10 months. Okay.
Max
Kevin.
Rebo's gonna slide across the screen. It's gonna be great.
Okay. See you guys.
Add Chewbacca to it.
No, I know Chewbacca.
We didn't even talk about Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's Chewbacca.
There's
He's
too
great.
much. There's too much.
Han
There's
Solo
too much.
dies.
Spoiled it. Okay.
Well, it was a
Sorry.
spoiler review.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
You
See you
don't get
guys.
that. You don't get the authority. What is that? What are you doing?
Shh.
No. Max Rebo.
No.